Yes, every time NUP gains a lot of momentum in its countrywide tour, they are interrupted by the police. Because normally in politics, it starts slowly until it gets momentum. Every time Bobi Wine has tried to move across the country, he has gotten blockage. He has been facing a lot of hindrances from the regime. And this has always been the process ever since we got multipartyism. Okay? In fact, after fighting General Museveni for a very long period of time, we've started seeing a little bit of shift in the way how we campaign, but it is still not a better place to engage in campaigning, in touring the country when it comes to politics. In Uganda, it's only a political gathering that is interfered by the police. You can find gatherings big, musical, entertainment, football, and police does not interfere. But when it comes to politics, you see a lot of excuses, which is always waived by the police. So today, the police came out with excuses saying that Bobi Wine should stop moving across the country. We all know he started in Kamuli. He went to Kisoro. He went to Buyiko. I think the Buyiko gathering scared them. Normally, Bobi Wine puts out a message which scares the regime, and they have to come out with all sorts of excuses. And today, I want to show you part of the excuses they used. In a document which was issued by the police came out with a communication saying, reference, halting of NUP mobilization tour across the country, 15th November. The Uganda Police Force has engaged in multiple meetings with the National Unity Platform to establish guidelines on the mobilization tour across the country. The meetings were aimed at ensuring NUP's activities are conducted in a manner that respects law and order, regard for citizens engaged in their private businesses, travel, and general enjoyment of personal and public liberties. A set of guidelines was drafted and agreed upon, but NUP has re-engaged on this position as evidenced by procession held yesterday, November 14, 2024 in Wiko district, where traffic and road safety regulations were wantonly violated. As mandated by the law, therefore, to preserve the public order, the Uganda Police Force halts the NUP countrywide mobilization tour until such a time when the rule of law can be respected. This has come as a result of failure and or neglect by the NUP to adhere to the mutually agreed upon guidelines, traffic regulations, and public order. SP Kituma Rusoko, for Inspector General of Police. So you clearly see that police gave out a notification to the NUP telling them that they have violated traffic. I think that is the only point they pointed out as the reason as to why they are blocking NUP countrywide tour, that they have always blocked traffic. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the statement which was issued to police, what it means for our country, but most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this would be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. After seeing the statement which was issued to the police, we must interrogate it. The police is coming out to say that Bobi Wine has violated traffic rules and regulations. That is the point they are pinning on. 1. In very many political gatherings, traffic must be violated. And I've followed Bobi Wine's tour. He has always adhered to the traffic directions given by the police. In fact, many of the tours, they push him to deep villages where there is no traffic, thinking that there are no people, but he ends up meeting people of those places. Because you cannot tell me that a politician can go in a certain area without traffic being managed. Many of these gatherings, they don't allow him to pass in the city center. So what is the reason behind calling him out that? Okay, he violated the traffic rules. I keep on giving this example. I was I think in secondary school. It was time to walk to work, and it caught me in Kampala. I saw, because I've been following politics for a long period of time, I saw a traffic man giving a receipt to Dr. Kizza Besigye for violating traffic rules when Kizza Besigye is not the driver, because they had a driver in a car. Can you imagine a traffic officer giving a receipt to a passenger other than the driver. So we've seen a lot of politics at play when it comes to moving around the country. You all remember that right now, General Museveni is moving across the country in the disguise of overseeing PDM, Policy Development Model. But it's campaigning. He normally does that. Normally, General Museveni campaigns 1 year before elections, and he blocks others from moving across the country. And he somehow gives leeway in the election only 2 months. But even when the elections have started, he bars candidates from getting to certain areas of the country. So this is politics purely, because our police was state captured. These people make political statements. These people arrest people because of politics. In fact, it is the reason as why on every tour, police has tried to start fights with the NUP so that they can arrest Bobi Wine's followers. But Bobi Wine has always come out to tell his supporters not to engage the police. Okay, so the statement is purely political because they know. I've seen very many politics which is done in our neighborhood. Look at Kenya. Look at South Africa. Because I don't want normally to speak about Europe. Traffic is managed. Roads are gazetted for a partial candidate to pass, and Bobi Wine has adhered to those roads, even though it is not a good gesture, because they always block him from entering the city center. But they keep on blocking these gatherings. Today, the Secretary General of NUP also came out to give the reason, give a statement about this. In fact, he said these statements. I want you to listen very carefully because it also forms a basis of this video. Here's the tape.
People power, our power, people power. Akazinda lonkawa DSG. Amuje baliko bannange olunaku lwaleero nga bwe mmanyi tubadde tugivuga atugitwala nakasongola naye namwe byebakoze buyikwe mubirabye nti bibadde tebisobola kubalekera obulamu banabantu batya nnyo ekibadde nakasongo ekibadde buyikwe bakibaleetedde akatengo Promax era ne bakeera tuwandikira ebbaluwa era ne bakeera kudeployinga buli wamu wonna wonna mu makubo agagenda nakasongola wange abantu baffe badde batulindiridde buli wamu ne Luweero ewa wonna wonna so ne bategeeza olunaku lwajjo ma violating the traffic, you can imagine. Ate nga bo benyini nga bwe mulabye badde batutambulirako nga bakuba abantu ya gas n'ebirala bwe bityo, so automatically katengo kenyini kekabaleetedde okukola ki okuyimiriza programu zaffe. So nsabidde okuba briefinga n'okubategeeza president ajja tugenda ku meetinga tulabe ekiddako era tubayite tuba communicating. Simanyi comrade Waiswa ne mujano wa mwina kyemwagala kwongerezaako ku kigambo.
Njagala okusooka okubeebaza olw'empisa zitubadde mulaga nti tubadde tutambula bulungi naye ffenna tukimanyi nti nno eggulo police abadde deliberate mu kublockinga traffic.
First of all, the things I see in this video, I see comradeship. Bobi Wine has been with Nubian for a very long period of time. It shows comradeship. In fact, very many political players thought that he was going to abandon some of his old friends. It shows who a true leader is. It shows how loyalty pays. And some of the close friends of Bobi Wine, you can see them coming up from other regions. So this thing is political. It was a political statement which is being done by the regime as a tactic to derail Bobi Wine from moving across the country. Let's continue.
Basobole okufuna kyebirikwasa so ffe tusigale nga twolesa empisa tubalage nti nno tuli solid tetulina powa ate era tusigale nga tukunga bannayuganda nga tukozesa platforms zaffe ez'enjawulo. People power, our power, people power.
Of course babadde balina okutya kubanga bw'osindika omuntu mu lusaalu ate n'akomawo n'amakungula gwe naawe otandika okwewuunya nti alimisa nkumbi kikaaki. So wabaddewo okutya nakyemalira twasooka ne tulanga nti tugenda abiimu n'ali ekyeggulo ti eyo gye bagenze tebajjasangayo bantu naye abatanaba kuzuukuka ne bamugamba nti owaaye batuuse naye nga bangi ne bakola byonna bye mwalaba mu abimu buteerere abimu yonna ne twogera nayo era nga bonna balinze enkyukakyuka ne badaagadaaga ne Kamuli batuyisiza Gold Kamuli Road oluguudo olyoti biboolibooli naye era nga abantu gye bali mujjukiro litiniye ne bagamba n'abasoga bakyali kuki ku mulamwa ne bagamba katubalinde Soloti baamala ennaku nga 6 esijajja kubabuulira ekisooka pulogulaamu yaffe bamala naye emyezi egi nga balaba luguudo ngeri gye bagenda kutulemesaamu wano tunaateekawa wano tunaateekawa wano tunaateekawa ebuyu kwe bakedde ku makya ne batugaana okuyita gye tulina okukola ki ne batusindika eri etaba mmotoka mwena mwayiseyo mwalabye ne tulaga empisa tewabadde jaamu wa traffic okujjako nga Nubian wagambye traffic yaleeteddwa poliisi kakati mulabye olwaleero
kaklipu kabadde kawanvu but I want to show you that the scheme was political. It is aimed at drailing the revolution. It's aimed at drailing the revolutionary messages being spread across the country. And these are the tactics which have always been used on different opposition leaders. The good thing is the NRM regime is in its evening. Even his leader, I don't see General Museveni leading this country for the next 15 years or 20. Even if he's there, he will be incapacitated. Already in the next cycle of election is going to be 82. Okay? But my fears are we may degenerate to a failed state as other countries which have always had dictators. Of course, that's my opinion. Drop me a comment by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.